Hey, what's good everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Coach Jeff Grossman journey here on NCAA 14, using that college football revamp, of course. And we got an interesting episode on our hands. We took a pretty bad L last time out against West Virginia, but we got an opportunity to, right this ship a little bit. We got the Illinois Fighting Illini. They are 0-3. They're C pluses across the board. We got a B plus overall squad with a B offense, B plus defense. So that being said, I do like how things are going. So we will play Illinois, and then we will also play Florida State in this episode. But really the biggest question is, can we go ahead and do a better job of taking care of the football with Taulia Tagovailoa? This would be a good time to get ourselves back on track. Should be a good one. Make sure you go ahead, smash that like button, and hit subscribe if you have to be brand new to the channel as well. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see if we can make that 2-0 happen in this episode. Let's get it. Alright, man, so you saw the ratings for Illinois, and they're not a very good looking team, so hopefully this is a good chance for us to pump our numbers up a little bit. But that being said, though, this Illinois team is actually giving us some fits. I'm not going to lie. We're here at the end of the first quarter, essentially, because we literally have not gotten a single first down at this point in the game. Hopefully we can change that here on a 2nd and 20. Looking over the middle of the field, we find McDougal for a nice little 25-yard gain, baby. Let's get it. And we finally get ourselves a first down. It took a long minute, but that being said, feels good to finally get some offense going here a little bit. Hopefully that can drive us into the end zone for once, as we got another 3rd and short coming up here. Just need to pick up a few yards to move the sticks, and we'll have no problem doing it as Jason Jones bounces off a defender. Easy first down for Maryland. It's an 11-yard gain. And now we're chilling out here in Illinois territory, trying to make something shake on a 2nd and 9. Trying to throw over the middle of the field, but it's going to be intercepted, man. Oh my goodness, you cannot be serious right now. We actually did have Isaiah Jacobs open over the middle of the field, but Taulia Tagovailoa just straight up missed the throw at the end of the day. The read was not that bad, but my buddy always says, the intention was there, not the execution of it. And that certainly was the case for that, as the first actual promising drive that we've had in this entire game so far has ended up not, turning into any points, man. And not only that, but Taulia Tagovailoa, he ends up getting a little bit shaken up. That could be really bad for us. And we're now out here with our backup quarterback, David Faust, who, if David Faust is not as good as Taulia Tagovailoa, just to put it nicely, right? So, got a 2nd and 10 here. Going to try to throw with David Faust. And we do end up finding our tight end, who does nearly get to that first down marker. We are just an inch shy. Shouldn't have too many problems getting it out there, as long as we're able to pick up this first down. We try to throw to the right-hand side. We had Panay Boone for the first down, but we missed that too. Thankfully, our defense came to show up today, because our offense just looking down horrendous right now. I don't know what else to say. It's just been a really tough stretch to look at right now. But let's see if we can turn it around. David Faust, 2nd drive of the game. Going to try to run a little bit of a triple option here. Going to fake with Isaiah Jacobs. And David Faust has a little bit of a crease, man. He does manage to go ahead and pick up a gain of 8. It's now a couple plays later now. 3rd and short coming up here, as Faust will drop back the pass once again, trying to find the star receiver, Rakeem Jenkins. But he misses that too. So neither Taulia Tagovailoa or David Faust really looking that great. But again, the defense at least doing its job, as we had a guy open. Oh my goodness. We had him beat deep, and we overthrew him, man. You cannot be serious right now. Hopefully we can get a better throw here on 2nd and 10 as we try to drop back. Trying to throw over the middle, but again, going to be intercepted. Going to be overthrown once again. And McDonald's going to actually take this back a decent way. The second turnover for us. And again, just another one of those turnovers where it was the correct read. You know, he was certainly open. But the overthrow cost us the interception. And it cost us some points that we could potentially put on board. And, you know, we go an entire half and we still haven't even scored yet, man. It's been a tough look for our guys. Hopefully we can turn it around here. David Faust still in the game. We do get it out over to the left-hand side. Rakeem Jarrett finally able to get him the ball for the very first time today. And that might be the key here in this second half. Maybe get our star wide receiver some more chances with the football, because it certainly hasn't happened as of yet. But Isaiah Jacobs does break out a really nice run over on that right-hand side. Picks up a gain of 26. And we are back in the core of Illinois territory. Let's see if we can actually finish, but we turn the ball over again. You cannot be serious right now. Why are you making that pitch, Faust? It's not open. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that we are not losing this game right now. Like, I feel like if we were actually facing a competent team right now, then we should be losing this game, and losing this game convincingly. But yet, because Illinois hasn't really done anything this entire game either, we're still somehow in this game. I don't even know how that's possible, because we're playing like crap, man. Like, it's like straight up and down. Like, we're playing like some dog shit, you know what I'm saying? But for the very first time today, we actually are in the red zone. Now, we'll see if we can actually find a way to actually score in the red zone, as our tight end finally breaks the golden goose on the scoreboard and gets ourselves into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland. And David Faust puts Maryland up 7-0. It took so long for it to happen, but I am so happy that they finally did it, man. And we still, you know, the defense still doing its job, but let's see if that's something that will actually get our offense going a little bit. Let's see if we can finish this second half strong, as we got a 1st and 10 coming up. Gonna hit with the play action, looking down over the center of the field, looking for Isaiah Jacobs. We had him. It was a difficult attempt at the catch, but it was a tight window, and David Faust actually ran through it, or through it pretty well. If only that would have led to an actual completion, but Rakeem Jarrett at least making up for that 27-yard catch down the sideline. And that puts us into essentially the red zone once again. We'll officially be in there thanks to this Isaiah Jacobs run up the gut, picking up yet another first down. Let's see if we can finish this thing. 2nd and 7 from about the 8-yard line. Gonna hand it off to Isaiah Jacobs, who's got a crease and finds the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland. And this offense really starting to warm up now, taking a 14-0 lead. And Illinois still looking for their first points on the board. We have an opportunity here to really go ahead and take a commanding lead here, as Isaiah Jacobs does end up getting caught from behind. That's, I don't know why we get that camera angle every time we run that play, but still some good yards, so I won't complain. As now, 3rd and 1, actually. Going to just throw it short over to Isaiah Jacobs. Don't need to necessarily do anything too terribly flashy, as long as we get the end result, and that is a first down. As we will pass again here a couple plays later. Rouse over the middle, looking for Rakeem Jarrett, and actually is going to get him for a little 9-yard gain, as he does lead to a 3rd and short coming up. Going to go ahead, hand it off to Alex Webb, the true freshman at fullback. His second carry of the day. He picks up some good yardage as well, as we are at least approaching field goal range. Now, our kicker isn't the best, but maybe we don't have to use a Rakeem Jarrett picking up that first down for us, you know, fighting for those extra yards. You certainly love to see that, as it does lead to another red zone opportunity. Been some mixed results all day today, but Panay Boone doing what we are trying to do here in the second half, just trying to go about finishing strong. This is not a good performance for our offense whatsoever, but that being said, you know, still might lead to a lead, as Marcus Fleming Jr. finds himself the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland. And we will end up taking that commanding lead on the Illinois Fighting Illini, up 21-0, as we're really starting to find some gaping holes in the Illinois defense. It took a whole lot longer than I honestly wanted it to. This is, it took a little bit for us to get going, but now that we are going, not looking too shabby as we go ahead, throw short for Alex Webb, who actually breaks a tackle, trucks somebody into the ground. And so, an 8-yard gain waiting for us. We got a 2nd and 2 coming up. Faust under shotgun, looking down the middle, ends up dropping it off to Marcus Fleming Jr., the Miami product. Picks up yet another first down for this Terrapins offense. Let's see if we can make it 4 touchdowns on the day as Faust looking to pitch it out to the outside. Gets it out to Isaiah Jacobs and picks up a gain of 5. Did a nice job making sure that they didn't over-pursue our quarterback. And a 2nd and 5 comes up here, looking for Marcus Fleming over the middle. We got him, but he had to reach back for it. It was thrown behind. If it wasn't for that, that would have been 6 points, but still goal line situations for your boys, though. We'll look to still get in the end zone. So, couple plays longer than expected, but we still got the job done. Another touchdown for Maryland, as it will help us extend our lead. And that's how this game ends, man. Isaiah Jacobs, he does go ahead and get named player of the game for us, contributing for 2 of the 4 touchdowns that we end up scoring this game. And look, it wasn't pretty, but our offense looks so much better in that second half. We end up winning in pretty convincing fashion. We win this conference game against Illinois here at home. Win this one by a final score of 28-0. Let's check out the stats for our guys, though. Alright, boys, so it did take a little bit for us to get going on offense, but once we were able to get it going, we looked pretty good, especially in that second half. Came out there, 137 yards rushing, 186 yards passing. Not the most efficient day for us. Those 3 turnovers that we had in the first half, definitely have to clean that up a little bit, but we do end up getting the win. Defense did a very good job as well. They got the shutout for us, and Illinois is going to still be looking for their first win. Now, as for the individual stats for our guys, we're looking at, we saw David Faust come in because Tua Tagovailoa did end up getting a concussion, so he was out for the rest of the game. Not that he was too terribly effective, 5 for 8, 53 yards, and a pick. David Faust, once he got settled in, looked a little bit better overall. 12 for 21, 133 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception to go with it as well. So, not a bad look whatsoever. Rushing game, we did end up seeing Isaiah Jacobs. Did find the end zone a couple of times for us. 13 carries, 78 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He has become a serious focal point in our offense. And then for the receivers, we did end up seeing Raheem Jarrett lead the team in both catches and yards with 4 catches and 56 yards on the day. Didn't throw the football all that much because we did have our backup quarterback in for the good chunk of this game. But that being said, we did also find the end zone through the air a couple of times. We saw Marcus Fleming Jr. get in 3 catches, 24 yards, and a tub. Also find the end zone is our tight end, Chigosium Okowau. 3 catches, 39 yards, and a touchdown to go with it. The big man, making himself a big target. And honestly, the guys did a pretty good job overall. We only had 1 drop today. That was from Isaiah Jacobs, and that was honestly from a pretty tough catch, which not a lot of running backs can make anyways. But hey, like what I saw overall in that second half, let's see if we can carry that over to our next game. Now, speaking of our very next opponent, we do have Florida State also on deck, and while they're only 1-3 right now, I think it's going to be an interesting test for us, given they do have an A- rated defense. They are better than us on paper, but despite that, Lee Corso will at least rock with us. In Florida State, they are a team that they had some tough opponents, man. They took on Oklahoma State on the road, lost that game, went to North Carolina on the road, they barely lost that, and then they played a solid Wake Forest team, in my opinion. 41-23 is what they lost by. So, I mean, they're better than what their records show. And, you know, if they're going to be looking to win this game, they need it badly because they have a bunch of ranked opponents on their schedule right now. It's going to be tough for them to go bowling this year. So, they're looking at us and they're trying to make that bowl eligibility happen. We'll see if we can stop him from happening and then go 2-0 in this episode. Let's get it. Alright, man, so what we did against Illinois will not go the same way with Florida State, man. We got to play significantly better. Hopefully we can do just that, as Eric Webb does go ahead and get us started with a little 6-yard gain to make this a more reasonable third down for us. But we do at least have our quarterback back. Let's see if we can try to pick up this first down, and we do just that. Isaiah Jacobs picking up the first down for us, moving the chains. And it gives us a new set of downs to work with. As Florida State, they send the blitz again. Going out to Raheem Jarrett down the sideline. Ain't nobody gonna be catching him, baby. Touchdown, Maryland. Let's freaking go, baby. Okay, I see you. And here's the beautiful part about it, right? Raheem Jarrett, he wasn't even the one that's supposed to get the football. That was for our tight end. It was a bad pass, but Jarrett went back to get it, and there was nobody in front of him. So we got our first touchdown of this game, and we also have our very first lead of the game as well. But Florida State, they respond in kindly. They got a field goal on the board as well to get this down to just a 1-point game, as we do need to keep the pressure on the Seminoles, even though we are on the road. As Tagovailoa looking to the right-hand side and finds Jason Jones for a gain of 15. There's definitely still some work to be done. Another long third down waiting for us. Tuia getting out to the left-hand side, finds Marcus Fleming Jr., who gets lit up like a Christmas tree. But he does hang on, make that catch for us. And it leads to yet another first down. 1st and 10. Tuia looking to the right-hand side. It's taken away. Going to throw over. And the tight end drops it. Tuia makes a beautiful throw over that right-hand side. But he straight up drops the pass, man. That's tough. And now a 3rd and long waiting for us. Because of it, we will at least pick up that first down. Jason Jones barely getting there. But it does at least move the sticks. Is now a couple plays later, 2nd and 12, looking to get Isaiah Jacobs a little bit more involved. And how about this hole? Just a parting like the Red Sea to nearly pick up that first down. Now we just need a couple more yards to pick up the sticks. Is now going to the right-hand side. Panay Boone going towards the corner. Can't quite reach the edge, but we did get enough push from our offensive line to still get that first down anyways. So the Maryland Terrapins have a really good drive going here. Going to the left-hand side. Isaiah Jacobs on the pitch and going to be brought down inside the 5-yard line. Setting up a goal line situation. We'll see if Panay Boone can punch it in for us. Couple plays later. No! We don't get in the end zone. And here's the crazy part. The head coach, they send the kicker out. They don't let us go for it, which that's crap, first of all. And we don't even get any points out of it. Like, you cannot be serious right now. But yet, here we are, barbecue on the titties. And we got a 2nd and 3 coming for us. And no points to show for it either. Let's see if we can at least make up for that a little bit. Trying to throw to the right-hand side, and what a freaking dot over to Dejuan McDougal with a 25-yard catch. That's the first one of the day for him, as it does make it 3rd and 4. Tuia looking over the middle, finds Marcus Fleming Jr. once again, and it sets up yet another goal line situation. Let's see if we can actually punch it in the end zone here. Tuia has a man beating Raheem Jarrett, but throws it too late. The DB is able to recover, and that is 2 times in this game where we've had the ball inside the 5-yard line, and both of those times we did not come away with any points. It's like we're trying to lose these football games, starting with the Illinois game and how bad that was for the first half. And now here we are doing the same stuff, slightly better. We at least scored to this point, but, not certainly playing our best right now. As Tulia trying to make something happen. He does find the backup tight end, though, and does at least pick up that first down. Is now 1st and 10. Tulia dropping back, looking over the middle, finds Raheem Jarrett and picks up the sticks once again. A 14-yard grab. So we're looking really good in between the 20s. But when we get into that red zone, we're having some problems. Hopefully we can just punch it in the end zone from here as we try to throw a really tight ball into double coverage, almost getting intercepted once again. Thankfully, that pass was dropped, though, and we do have a chance at the end zone here on a 3rd and 9. Tulia looking over the right-hand side, but that's intercepted. The safety breaks his route at the last second and picks this off. I thought we had a guy open down the seam, but I was sorely mistaken, to be honest with you guys. That's another turnover that, ironically, that interception happened in the red zone. So, again, just problems after problems after problems continue to plague this offense in the red zone. I'm actually shocked that we're still winning this game right now because, to be honest with you guys, we really don't deserve it. Let's see if we can turn it around at least. 2nd and 3. Tulia throws to the right-hand side. Tight ball to Isaiah Jacobs. But the running back will at least come down with it. As now we find ourselves in Florida State territory. We'll see if we can strike on the Seminoles. But everybody is covered. Tulia, he's going to try to run for that first down marker and does end up getting there. He will end up sliding down to avoid the big hits. It does make it another 1st and 10. Tulia dropping back, this time facing pressure right up the middle, trying to get rid of it at the last second, at least throw it away. But Fabian Lovett, who gets his first sack of the day, gets there too soon with just a rally of Florida State defenders trying to get to him. And that sets us back pretty significantly. Even though we get this nice run from Isaiah Jacobs, this is not a very friendly down and distance situation for us, to put it friendly. 3rd and 11, not where we want to be as an offense. But we'll see if we can make something happen. Looking over the middle, looking for Jason Jones, but he doesn't even respond to the football. And because we do end up not even being in field goal range, I'm going to go for it here on 4th down, even though it's a long gain to go for. And unsurprisingly, we don't even end up getting it here. And Florida State, once again, even after giving up a couple of first downs, does end up, playing tough. And now we're down. Florida State does end up getting a touchdown. They went for 2, but they don't get it. As Jason Jones in a foot race, he's going to be caught from behind. But what about a 48-yard grab, baby? Let's go, man. Let's see if we can actually take advantage of it, though. Faking on the play action. Left side, Isaiah Jacobs, but Florida State was certainly ready for it, and they blew up that play in the backfield before we were even close to being ready for it. And on a 3rd and long, going to try to at least do the same thing. Maybe they won't think they run the same thing twice, but that being said, Penny Boone finding some space, fighting forward. Let's go, man. We needed that in the worst way. Let's see if we can actually get ourselves into the end zone. We haven't done that all day today. These red zone trips have been a real problem for us all day today. Let's see if we can actually punch it in the end zone. No. 3rd and goal. Tulia dropping back. He's looking right-hand side. Nowhere to throw it, but finds Raheem Jarrett at the last second, and he hangs on. Touchdown, Maryland. And the lead comes right back to the Terrapins with just 6:30 left to play in this ball game. And not only that, but that head coach has some confidence in us, wants to go for 2 so that they can't win it off a field goal. And sure enough, Eric Webb's going to find the end zone for us. So we get the touchdown, and we do also end up getting that 2-point conversion as well. Florida State does not score at all. So we got a 3-point lead here. Just got to make sure that we don't turn the ball over. and we go one-on-one with Rakeem Jarrett, and the DB ends up winning it. We trusted our best receiver, but the DB runs the route for him, and that one actually does really cost us in a big way, because now we're back to where we started. We're now down by 4 points right now. Rakeem Jarrett, as he goes ahead and makes a really difficult catch for us. But now we're down by 4 points, and we got to get this ball down the field. 2 minutes left to play in this game as Tulia dropping back, finds McDougal over the middle and picks up the first down. Hangs on for a gain of 28 yards. And look at McDougal, able to win right off the line quickly and able to pick up that first down for us in the process. But let's see if we can keep that thing going, though. 1st and 10 coming up. Tulia dropping back, looking over the middle. Had a man, but he throws behind him. Oh my goodness, it's like this offense is cursed or something. I don't even know what's going on. But at least it wasn't picked up. We have a chance at it once again. 2nd and 10. Tulia going to try to run for the first down marker, but he fumbles it. And Levette is going to get his hands on the ball. And you want to talk about making a bad day worse? That's our 4th turnover of this game. And despite all of that, despite all the lows in the red zone, all of the turnovers that we've had in this game, we still have a chance to win this game. 1 minute left to play. We'll see if Tulia can go ahead and engineer a game-winning drive. 44 seconds left. Tulia dropping back, looking around, gonna have to dump it off to Isaiah Jacobs, who doesn't even get out of bounds. And it's 4th down, so we got to go ahead and move quickly. We cannot spike the football. And we need our best play here to pick up 7 yards, or this game is straight up going to be over as Tulia drops back over the middle. Rakeem Jarrett, and does manage to go ahead and pick up the sticks. The drive still stays alive, but we still have about 50 yards left to drive. We'll see if we can get there as they're covering those over the top routes pretty well. Best we can do is just get out of bounds and see if maybe we can get into the range of Tulia's arm, at least his effective range, and then try to Hail Mary this thing at the end of the game. As Tulia throws to the left-hand side again, looking for Isaiah Jacobs, and Jacobs is going to be able to get out of bounds with 12 seconds left, but unbeknownst to us, that clock still ends up running for us, so now we got to move super quickly. This might be our last play of the game, so we got to heave this thing, and it's well short of the end zone, and it's just some bad clock management and just bad play in the red zone, costing us this game at the end of the day. This was a really tough one to swallow, because honestly, we really should have won convincingly against Florida State, but we just couldn't get out of our own way today, and because we could not get out of our own way, we're going to take a pretty painful loss in this one, losing by 4 at the end. We'll see what the stats are, but it's not going to look good. Alright guys, so we do end up finishing with the number 2 ranked ESPN Instant Classic. And we talked about games where you win from the jaws of defeat. Well, I think in this one, we snagged defeat from the jaws of victory. I mean, we had over 400 yards of total offense, and you mean to tell me we can only put up 15 points despite that? And look at this, 12 for 20 on 3rd down conversions. That's 60%. We were doing a good job moving the ball between the 20s, but we would stall out. We would miss field goals. We had 4 turnovers in this game, for fuck's sake. Like, oh, man, it's tough one to accept. Like, I would get it more if Florida State outplayed us and we lost the game that way, but we shot ourselves in the foot and it just killed us in the end. I mean, really, a lot of the blame has to go on Tulia Tagovailoa. 23 for 36. Again, 342 yards, it's a lot, but only leads to 15 points, and you had 3 interceptions too, got sacked 4 times, and then, you know, you also have, not to mention Tagovailoa with 2 rushing fumbles, one of which we actually end up losing on top of it, so that doesn't help the cause whatsoever. One bright spot that we do have, though, is Rakeem Jarrett. This dude if he doesn't go to the NFL draft after this season, I'm going to riot on his behalf. This dude is absolutely special. 5 catches, 109 yards, and 2 TDs. My man, he really looked fantastic out there. Not to mention, Jaysean Jones looked pretty good too. 5 catches, 82 yards with it, but it just wasn't enough at the end of the day. I mean, it's a tough pill to swallow, but it is what it is. Alright, boys, so that does end up meaning that we're getting closer to about the halfway point of the season. We're 3-2, so we are at least on pace to going bowl eligible at 500. But right now, we got Purdue, and then we have our first major test of the season. We got another doubleheader on tap for you guys, taking on the Michigan Wolverines. They're 13th in the nation, and it's a road game too. This is where it gets really tough in our schedule, so we're going to have to buckle up. We're going to have to be ready for it. Should still be a good one. So make sure you go ahead, smash that like button for me. Hit subscribe if you guys be brand new. This is John J Gaming on the mic, signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.